I know I made that hype video, but I have yet to watch the anime to be honest. But I will catch up very soon. With that said, seeing the reaction from everybody, the only thing I can say is
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. Mm-hmm.
we can dance around and talk about how utterly amazing the latest anime season has been. But let's not forget of where it came from. The manga content was already incredible, so translated to the anime version is mouth-wateringly blessing. It's the true Game of Thrones Season 8, only it's not because, well, look at the title. However, the quality is most certainly true. When they say Sunday hype is over, I say it's not, until the anime is over. But enough about that. We, the manga readers, need to look beyond, think it to ourselves. Will the future content be as incredible? Well, that's up for debate. I can say it's looking downright stellar, and this chapter pushes it further. Zeke may have left the anime for now, but here he is in the manga, ready to play baseball. I really like that angle shot with Yelena staring to the sky as the blimps are burning and falling. It's a shot that nailed her character well. A cult follower that praised the god for eliminating the devils. Zeke is a game changer, taking out titans and weapons left and right. Floch, the douche, and others come into play as well. Basically, the tide has reversed from the last chapter, though later on, the ground will be on an even level. Sort of. I like Mage for not giving in to retreat, even when the odds are against him. He wants justice against Zeke, the traitor. That is Shoulder's pride at his core. The suspense continues to escalate with Eren slowly heading towards Zeke. Honestly, I don't know if I should be rooting for him or not, but then again, so many good characters are victimized by Zeke's spinal fluid, so I am more frightened than excited. A new scenario is created with the objective to save Falco, and this will be the best opportunity to show Gabi and her development payoff. It begins slowly with her wanting to tag along with Coach to save him, because she feels she owes him a lot after many hurdles. That's admirable of her. It seems natural since she's a warrior, but it becomes apparent later on. Falco and Niall have a nice and a bit depressing conversation. I'm glad Niall received more moments, with Falco no less. It's two genuine good people chatting, and that itself is rare. It's sad though, that Niall is trying to cheer him up, but thinks his time is up, won't be able to see his family again. I hope Izuyama is merciful on him. The entire jail scene with the main crew is great, filled with plenty of really good, insightful character moments. Oil Capone did in fact run off to free Survey Corps to assist Eren. Called it, I guess. It could have been a simple path. Unlock the cell, inform about the problem, and ask anything after the battle is over. Instead, these characters unleash their personal feelings and thoughts that one would say is long overdue. Not to say the writing has been lacking, rather, how long it has been building up to reach to that certain point. Take Connie for example. It was expected of him to rage and take it on Oil Capone. However, his anger isn't solely based on currently. It's his frustration and experiences since the beginning that have been eating him deep inside. I can't argue back at him, not when he's tearing up. You can really tell he's tired of everything. Come to think of it, he has suffered a lot. Probably in the top 5 character that has suffered the most. Losing his best friend Sasha, losing his family, and getting betrayed by his so-called friends. I'm surprised he lasted this long mentally. Oil Capone is the only guy that I can genuinely trust from the Jaegerists, and thankfully, he comes clean. It's like when I thought he had no choice but to follow Yelena's order. Otherwise, well, brain is served. This is the woman that headshot a guy just for complaining. It's as if it's translating the internet world of today. Nothing but restriction and ridicule. You can believe his words based on previous chapters. all of his reactions were genuine, not a clue on what's happening. I felt a bit sorry for him. Thankfully, Army exists to believe his story. The boy saves the day. Just like in the anime, the planning procedure is very interesting. The option that would benefit them the most is rumbling. At least they won't eradicate the race, just intimidate the world. One of the interesting parts is with Mikasa. She is still conflicted with what Eren told her about Aquaman. As believable that story is, Army believes Eren has lied. It's astonishing because Izuyama made it very convincing with the past events, including the headache part, and to call it a lie is conflicting. It won't be against the writing if it is a lie, but then what is the truth? Perhaps Eren does know, but twist the truth somewhere. I like the fact Army picked up the problem with his friends. Everyone easily bought into Eren's word and can think otherwise. This does confirm that Army lied about crying for the euthanasia's plan, because he doesn't buy it not one bit. Luckily for Eren, Army is a great friend you can ask for, defending his action and believing there's a real agenda behind everything. Plus, his argument is very convincing. It's likely that Eren was ambushed by Yelena with a plan that must not be turned down. We know how insane she is, so this makes sense. Furthermore, Eren is more towards on protecting his friends rather than wiping out existence. If accept the plan, the rumbling option will be included. It's a lot of work, let alone to think about, but it's beginning to add up a lot. Plenty of characters are getting their moments to input, so it's John's turn. He's another character that has been receiving a good amount of development. Here is about his opinion on Eren. He still maintains the thought that Eren will send everyone straight to hell. He's not entirely wrong about that. However, the fact is, he actually envied the guy. He's irritated by him presenting as a damn cool guy. That's rather charming of him to say. Who said a horse can express love? Connie cools down and go with others as well. Now it feels like a good uprising moment. Encouraging and relieving. The one part that continues to make me go in circle is why Eren did all of that to his closest friends Mikasa and Army. I know he has to stage an act if Army's theory is on point, but the reasoning, the explanation, and the disconnection weren't necessary. I still remember that moment, and it continues to upset me. Like, good God, guy. It is perplexing when Army may have discovered the answer, and it ties into the beach scene, where Eren asks about wiping out the enemy across the ocean. Something tells me Eren wants the rumbling into full effect rather than partially. Maybe what I thought before may be true after all. By that I mean his way to sacrifice himself without making his friends worried. It's complex, but at least Mikasa's head is in the right place. I hope the real reunion comes really soon. You got to love John for having the Kintama to go straight to the armed men and belittle them, putting them in their place. He is seriously shining a light in this arc. All the soldiers in the cell are released, so those crybabies, the higher-ups, can stop crying now. You gotta respect Shadis for blaming on a bear, obviously shielding the young cadets. He really deserves better. Pixis has always been a badass, and being thrown to the cell did not stop that. It's a good move to form a group for those who drank the wine, so if the war occurs, they won't disrupt others who haven't. I really like the symbolism with Mikasa. Leaving her scarf behind. It really feels like the last arc, when she has done something unspeakable. Her character, that is. It is sad, because it is something she holds preciously the whole time. You could see it as a way to address her freedom, acting on her own accord. Part of me thinks this is a death flag, but I believe she will be safe. I don't know how the scarf will come in play in the long run, but the stepping stone got me moved. Zeke is seriously turning the tide easily. He's dominating everything there. Titans, blimps, you name it. Reiner has no chance to come close to Eren. It's just a massacre. Why even have Army and others? Insurance? Yelena? Oh man. Talk about her sanity wearing thin. She is undoubtedly sick, enjoying the destruction sight and a wait for the world to change. Her sitting posture can define her lunacy. Just before our army and others set off, she has one freakish face that can haunt dreams. Holy crap. My body was shaking with fear. That face, as well as the follow-up, is the face that screams, "Please help my Lord and Savior, or else I will eat you." I know what I said. I don't know if she's onto Army or not, but her smile definitely says failure is not an option. One of my favorite parts of the chapter is the reunion that I didn't think it would warm my heart. To begin with, Niall is a true gentleman, helping Falco to reunite with his loved ones. Colt, on the other hand, isn't much because he was getting ready to kill Niall. I don't blame him, seeing that he's from Marley, but I was growing worried. Praise the sun, Gabi's development payoff is kicking into high gear. She stops Colt, and instead of unfortunate incident, it all goes smoothly. Falco is reunited. Somewhere, Erin is smiling. Seriously? Please have mercy on Nayo Izuyama. Gabi didn't understand her action, but it's a step in the right direction. This proves her heart has changed, and her action speaks louder than her mind. First, she reacted as someone who believes in good people. Next, she feels and accepts the pain of her past actions that brought a young, unforgiving enemy. Bra's family walks by, and while the father believes in Gabi and Falco, Kaya wishes for them to be killed. Cold, but the damage is done. Usually Gabi will react like, well, so what? You're part of the devils. But she's finally accepting the blame and take it all in. Her development is very solid. It was helped by the slow process, digesting slowly on every part, large or small. It is too little too late, especially taking the life of a beloved character. But that's the idea. War can corrupt the mind of a child, whether it's from manipulation or experience. Gabi is no exception. It's similar to Reina, only she has a chance to change and perhaps attain a better life. She is still young, and despite the damage is severe, she admits her faults, so it's not like she won't learn anything. I don't know what Izuyama has in mind for her conclusion, but hopefully forgiving. As for Falco, he finally tells them the truth that he was responsible for the invasion on Marley. I like how very telling Gabi's reaction is. If it wasn't for the development, she would definitely pull an errand from the infamous traitor scene. But now that she has mellowed out, let alone exhausted by this point, she doesn't react anything but sadness. Those two went through so much hell as kids. It's damning that they made it this far. As sad this situation has gotten, Falco goes further to the point he has grown up. He confesses his love to Gabi. That's right, about to beat the main cast in the race to love. In all seriousness, I'm surprised yet proud like a father to watch him confess like a man. The boy is all grown up. Now, this is a death flag, a classic one at that. However, it was more or less toned down since he did mention the reason for his confession. He knows his time is limited. All it takes is one scream and it's all over for him. It's only adding more to the total of suspense within this battle. It's not guaranteed because there are times where happiness prevails, but in here, it's uncertain. I pray to God that he makes it out okay. I'm fine with this pairing, and Gabi isn't accepting his end to be here. The only hope is if Zeke gives a damn and realizes Falco will become a titan if he roars. It all lies on it. My other favorite part, perhaps the best one, is the last action before the enticing cliffhanger. As you already know, Zeke dominates when far range. No one can top him. That is unless you're Peck and carrying a powerful cannon shot. At first I didn't want to believe that she was killed by Floch and others. That would seriously piss me off. I already hate Floach, so doing this would boil me red hot. It turns out that the Cart Titan's death was a lie, and she fooled everyone. Translation: her MVP streak continues. I demand a figurine for my collection. It's a damn clever to act defeated and let the Titan dissolve slowly to convince everyone. Floach didn't know who killed her, which led to Marley's soldiers to ambush and actually use the corpse for cover. Who said they ran out of ideas for usefulness? On top of that, the cannon can be used by men, so Magif aims and fires right at Zeke, so close on wiping his human body away. Honorable mention or MVP, Magif is the man. For a normal guy, he sure is a badass. Just like that, the table is balanced. For now, the stakes are extraordinarily high. The suspense is insane. Zeke is down, but he can recover. It's only a matter of time. Magif can't get a shot from the angle, so that's no longer an option. Reina and Porco are still standing. Eren is still standing. Falco and others are on their way. Army and others are approaching. Who will reach to Zeke first? What is the destination? It's a loose ball to grab to score a victory. It's mind-numbing just by thinking about it. The possibilities are endless, clearly. And I know you're going to hate me when I say this, especially if you follow me in other series. We're in the end game now. I couldn't resist. Seriously, it's very likely that the next chapter is the end point. This chapter was exhilarating, at times unnerving, and suspenseful. There were plenty of character moments that left me awed, proud, terrified, and sympathetic. The action was tense. Some of the scenery and angle shots are really good, especially that destruction scene. There were plenty of interesting info that I am hunger for answers. But the battle must be dealt with first. So many death flags to worry about. But at least keep Falco alive, for God's sake. Keep one parent alive, damn it. The suspense is killing me. The next chapter can't come any sooner. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. I have to catch up on the anime. Seriously, just look at the reaction. It's incredible, especially for episode 5. My God, if it does live up to the hype, I don't know what to say. But I cannot wait to see that episode and more. I just cannot wait to see it on the big screen, surround sound. I just want to make it spectacular. But man, this chapter was something else. I cannot wait for the next chapter. It's a really good time to be an Attack on Titan fan. So what do you think of this chapter? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.